Good, how are you?
Come on in.
Nice.
How are you? Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you.
Good to see you. Come on in. Have a seat.
Right.
Did you make it okay?
I did. It's a beautiful city.
Yeah.
Kind of, a lot of buildings.
There it is. Houston.
Yes.
Well, Adam, thank you for making it in. I wanted to, and I know that we talked about this on our phone interview briefly. I wanted to bring you in because I thought it was a good idea to have a second interview in person. I know that a lot of companies are now going to phone interviews and things like that, but there was a lot of things that I liked from our phone interview. You had a lot of knowledge about the Houston Texans, the fact that you know Frank Bush. We put a lot of confidence in Frank Bush, and we actually talked about you. He had very good things to say about you. So that's why we're here today. My first question to you would be, what caught your attention about us? I've told you kind of why I brought you here. Can you tell me a little bit about what's prompted you to start looking with us?
Well, this is my background. This is what I want to do. I want to scout players. For a long time on the collegiate level, coaching with Frank at Oklahoma, he's brought me here, and through that networking and that connection, he's asked if I would be very interested in this position, and I would love to. Scouting college players and high school players is completely different from the pros, and I understand that. And so I'm looking at something that's going to propel me in the NFL arena and to get me further through the Houston Texans as well as my career to scout professional players. I feel like I have a knack for it. I feel like I have the talent to see skills that could definitely be a benefit to the Houston Texans in the future and this franchise to win championships here in the city. So what drew me here was that it was a young franchise. Is that Texans have not been around for that long,
right.
And we're they're on the verge of a winning season and a potential playoff berth. So I feel like I want to be a part of something that big. I want to be a part of something exciting like that and bring that excitement to the city. And so, no, definitely. I love everything about it. I love the opportunity, and I as an employee, strive for opportunity. I see opportunities I like to take full advantage of them and try to utilize them. So.
Good. Well, and I like the sense that you take ownership. The way you talk about the Houston Texans. I really like that. I get a sense that you understand our company culture, and we are a young franchise. So you're absolutely right. We need people with vision. We need people that are ecstatic about doing something different, about bringing good players onto our team. Of course, you know that with the Houston Texans, with this position, there's a lot of travel involved. A lot of hotel rooms, lots of different cities, lots of traveling year-round. I'm sure in your past you've kind of gone through the same thing. How would you deal with the stress that comes with the traveling and all that?
Well, to be completely honest with you, I have a wonderful wife who is just, I couldn't do this without her and her support. So communication with her on a daily basis, in my personal life, brings me down to a level where I can fully do my work. As far as from a work standpoint, organization, making sure my tasks are done in the time given, so that I'm not strapped and I'm not procrastinating. My idea when it comes to meeting with the collegiate athletes themselves and viewing the games is first and foremost to do my job. I enjoy the game, I enjoy the work, but I'm there to do a job, and so. My idea is to go in there and get it done as quickly and as efficiently as possible so that I can be effective for the organization.
Okay. Good. What types of things do you think that you offer the Houston Texans?
I think I'm young. I've coached for many years, right out of college, as well as currently I'm coaching too at Second Baptist here in Houston. I bring that experience of knowing what to look for in players and what's new. The game's changing, and it's become a different level. The players are bigger and faster and stronger. So the different types of things that the Houston Texans organization particularly looking for in a player, I think I can bring that. I think I can see that. in the athlete. And I don't like to say no for an answer, so I push, and I want to see them come to this city, and again to see the Texans reach the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. I think that's I know that's the Texans' goal, and win championships. And I feel like I can be a vital part, an integral part of that to the Texans.
Good. Well, we need aggressive people.
Yeah.
That's what we need. Tell me a little bit about your long-term and short-term goals. Where do you see yourself?
Short-term goals, again, at this point in time, I don't think it's far off that this city is going to win a championship. I really don't. I think that this year, this next coming season, the 2010 season, you're going to see a team that's going to be hungry for playoffs.
Oh yeah.
And I truly believe that. Long term, I'd like to establish myself as a scout in the NFL, as a premier person that's bringing elite athletic ability to specific teams, and through that ability, they're winning championships. That's my long-term goal, is to have a reputation of bringing talent to teams.
Great. You hit the nail on the head. That's what we're looking for. Tell me a little bit about how you handle your communication and teamwork. How do those interplay with you?
I never feel like I'm in a position where I know the answers. A lot of the scouting, obviously, the portion of it's going to be my own time and things like that. But with the organization here in Houston and the player personnel associates, I need to be in constant communication with what I'm doing, what my objectives are, why I'm at that particular school, trying to scout that particular player, so that they have a heads up of what I'm doing. I feel with the freedom that a scout is given, as far as their own schedule, what schools they're going to, I feel like that needs to be communicated with the organization, so that they feel like they're getting the best that I could possibly give them, and that I'm not wasting their time. And that goes hand in hand with what benefits me, because it shows you guys that I'm motivated and I'm doing my job, and it benefits you guys because you're getting talent and you're getting recruits, and that's what I want to do.
Good, and I'm glad you brought that up, because of course in this position you're going to have company car, you're going to have expenses. We mentioned the travel. You're going to have certain expenses that you're going to have with travel and with games and everything that comes. You know exactly what you're talking about. How do you feel about that? Are you in a position where you feel that the responsibilities, is it more? How do you feel about that?
I definitely feel that's it's different on the college level, for sure. From what I understand, at least, is that on the college level we scouted regionally. At this level, I take the travel very seriously. I feel like, again, that's part of the job. And I don't feel like I'm overwhelmed by traveling to different states and different arenas and venues to get that done. We're talking about it's potentially at stake millions of dollars for this company. More importantly, we're talking about championships. We're talking about winning. We're talking about talent that can stick around and change the city and change this team. And so my personal investment and my stress is worth that, to bring that one or two players or 5 players that can pick this team up and win. So it's all a matter of perspective for me.
That's right.
So.
Good. Okay. Tell me a little bit about your keys to success. What types of things are you going to be using to move forward?
To move forward, again, just mentioned is putting things in perspective, knowing when to pick battles, and never saying no, being persistent, being organized, being efficient with my time. I think that's a big thing for scouting is being efficient and having a plan at stake, and then carrying that plan out for sure. Because there's thousands of potential athletes out there, and at that level they're all very good, and it can be the difference between a millisecond off their 40 time, or how many times they bench press 225, whatever the case may be. And so that personal investment in my personal preparation time, looking for what the Texans need particularly, that is gonna be foremost in my mind as I sit there and I'm prepared and which players to look for. So time management and again putting things in priority are what I think what's gonna get the job done.
Okay. And with this, there's